What is going on, ladies? This is Marcia here with another episode of Women Behind the Weights. Today, I have LadyStrong Fitness member from Geneva, Melissa. Melissa, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Welcome to the Women Behind the Weights podcast, where we empower and inspire women to lift both weights and their voices. Each week, we explore the incredible journeys of women who are breaking barriers in the fitness world and making their mark. Join us for insightful discussions, inspiring stories, and practical tips that you can apply in your own life. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, there's something here for everyone. Tune in to discover the stories that will ignite your passion, uplift your spirit, and remind you that you are Lady Strong. Let's lift each other up, one conversation at a time.
Okay, what we're going to do right now, I want to share a story before you share your story of how this whole podcast interaction came about. So, we just recently it was our Father's Day Throwdown, which was about 2 weeks ago. And at that Father's Day Throwdown, you were actually my neighbor working out next to me with your husband, Scott.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and during that process, I was very inspired by you and your husband, and I recall approaching Maggie, and I told Maggie, "We have to get Melissa on the podcast episode." So, lo and behold, during that whole challenge that we did for the Father's Day Throwdown, you and your husband ended up winning. So, again,
Yeah, we did.
congratulations. Yes, you did. So, what I'm gonna do, if I have your permission as we're talking, I actually have footage of you working out during the Father's Day Throwdown with you and your husband. So I'll
Okay.
make sure to share that clip as we're talking so they can see how truly inspiring it was to have you and your husband there for the Father's
That
Day
sounds
Throwdown.
good. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
So with that being said, I know who you are, but for our ladies that are tuning in today that may not know you, please share your story.
My story,
Yeah.
my
Tell us a
fitness
little bit.
story,
Yeah.
or
Everything. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
okay. Well, let's see. I got married in 1979.
That's awesome.
I have three children, two grown and married daughters with grandkids, and a grown son married with one granddaughter. And I started my working career teaching special ed, and I did that. And then I started to have kids and was lucky enough to stay home with them. And then when my son was in kindergarten, I went to nursing school. And I ended up at Lutheran General as a pediatric oncology nurse for 15 years. And I did that. I started that in my 40s.
Oh, wow.
So I was very proud of myself for doing that. And it was a very rewarding career. Fitness wise, I have never been a fan of working out. My husband, on the other hand, is a runner, a triathlete, always active, always doing stuff. He's the gym rat. I'm the sit in a chair and read rat. But you get older and you want to keep up with the grandkids, and you can feel yourself just knowing that things are going to catch up with you
Mhm.
quickly because
Mhm.
I'm 70 now and things were catching up with me. So I did go on a GLP-1 journey about 18 months ago, and I lost 50 pounds. But despite their encouragement to work out, I was not working out.
Mhm.
So I finished that journey. And just when I finished that journey, I saw your ad on Facebook for Lady Strong Fitness. I liked the fact that it was women and encouraging and beginners through it just ended up being everything that I wanted it to be. And I'm not that's what I really wanted to encourage people to do this, because I never thought I would do this.
Yeah.
And I am doing things that I've not done my whole life because I
Sure.
have never been. I'm a walker. I did actually run one half marathon, and I did that because our entire family did it in Las Vegas in 2010, celebrating my oldest daughter's 10-year recovery from leukemia.
Oh, wow.
So I did train for that. That was a big accomplishment too. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the magic is that you guys provide, but whatever it is, if it's the community or the friendliness or the ability to modify anything that you're doing safely so that I feel like I can do it. And then I find myself actually doing the real thing,
Yeah.
months later. I don't know what it is, but even my husband, and I'm sure he mentioned this, he was very skeptical. He
Yes, I
was
want to
like,
talk about that because he actually, after the workout, when we worked out together, he approached me afterwards and he's like, you know what? When my wife signed up, I was asking myself, let's see how long this is going to last for.
yeah, yeah.
And lo and
Not
behold,
non-supportive, just experienced.
100% yes. And lo and
He did
behold,
the same thing when I went to nursing school. He was
okay,
like,
that's fair.
you can do that. You will do this, but
Yeah, it's been a year later now, and my question for you is tell everyone, tell myself, why have you stuck around this long? A year later, and you're still here.
it just became addicting. It was like what did they say about when you start running and then you become addicted to it because of the runner's high? I never had that. I'm I don't know. That's why I said I don't know what magic you're providing. I don't know if it was just feeling better because I had dropped that 50-pound post-menopause,
Yeah.
which had kicked my butt all those years. I don't know. I
Okay.
think it's the community. I think it's the instructors. You have hired people that are inspiring and communicative, and I don't know. I don't know what the magic is, but it's
If I
there, and I
Yeah, if I had to guess, just reading your bio and learning more about you, you mentioned several things in there that you were at one point in time weren't able to do. Your endurance has increased, your flexibility has
yes,
increased, your mood boosting you mentioned it has also increased. And just those three
absolutely.
things alone that I mentioned could be very inspiring and motivating to have you continue moving forward. So it's
I
like
guess
it
so.
yeah, if you're able to do
Yeah.
those three things, it's like what else can you do?
Right, right. And it's not to say that there are certain days when I'm like, "Oh, I don't really want to go." But I don't give into that very often. I don't give into that very often because I know once I get there, there's all the friendly faces, there's all the encouragement, that's everybody huffing and puffing together. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. It's
I was also inspired, Melissa, when I read that you are working out consistently 3 to 4 times a
oh
week.
yeah. Yeah. I
Per
shoot
week.
for 4. I always make 3, but I do shoot for 4. But we do have 5 grandkids around and there's always stuff going, especially during the summer, which is no excuse. But I do shoot for 3 and I do always make that. But
Yeah.
4 is always my goal. So
I do have a question for you because talking about GLP-1, I'm sure you not only lost a lot of weight, but perhaps muscle as well.
I'm
And, s-
sure.
and since joining Lady Strong Fitness, that's what we do. We specialize in strength training. My question for you is, have you recently, within the last, I would say, month or two, received an in-body scan, a body composition test?
No, I haven't done that. I've done 2. I don't know why I'm putting it off. I need to do that. I need to do
Okay,
that. I just every
that's
time I go in there, I'm like, "Oh, I should do it today," and then I haven't done it. But I
that's
should do
fair.
it. I should do
That's
it.
fair. I'm intrigued to learn how much progress you've made with muscle mass since joining. I'm wondering if I'll do some research too, and I'll probably share along the screen your first scan that you did versus, per se, your last scan that you did, just to see the difference from when you first started Lady Strong up until your last scan, because I'm sure it's very significantly
I
different.
hope
Just
so.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
hope so.
Very cool. So I am going to encourage you as well. Make sure to get that scan done as well, because
I
I
will
think
do it.
that's
I'll do it in the
yes.
next week. I promise. I'll do
Awesome.
it next week.
Very cool. Very cool.
Maybe even tomorrow because I'm
I
going
love that.
tomorrow.
So I like to ask each person that comes onto the episode. This is a two-part question. The first one is if you have any advice that you can give someone that are probably on the fence about joining Lady Strong Fitness, they've been, scoping us out for a little while, but they've been hesitant. What would be your advice for them? That's number one. And then number two, the two-part question is if they're a member, but they're somewhat struggling, they're stuck, maybe they're at a plateau, they need to break that threshold. What's your advice for them as well? So 2 questions.
You have to, and to be honest, because I felt it too, you have to get past the
Mhm,
fear that you can't do it.
mhm,
Because I can actually remember being in semi-private, and back in the beginning there were semi-private and group were going on at the same time.
mhm.
And I would look in that room and go, there's no way in hell I'm gonna go. There's no way. But one day my friend Lori and I there, we were like, okay, we're doing it. Don't you cancel on me. And we did it. And all honesty, I have to say, I was so surprised at what I could do versus what I thought I couldn't do,
Mm,
that was enough to keep me going.
mhm.
If anybody's in class, I've never really seen anybody look discouraged in there, but I would just say, just keep going. Just keep
Mhm.
going because you will amaze yourself at the endurance that you have. I think that's one of my biggest things is I'm tired at the end, but man, I make it to the end.
Mhm.
I'm always impressed. I'm like, I made that to the end. So
Yeah.
stick with it. I'm sure that's everybody says that, but
It's the
don't
truth. Yeah.
just don't doubt yourself
Mm.
that you can do it. So
Very good. That's good advice. So I do have to ask, you mentioned that you were able to not do things when you first started that now you're able to do. Can you
yes.
share what that is? Like, what are some of those things that you're able to do now?
Well, actually today we had some push-ups and I can't do them all, but I can do a lot of them, like a regular push-up. So that I mean, I don't even think I could barely do it from my knees.
Wow.
What else? What else? Like things like mountain climbers and burpees. What I could barely do from the bench, I'm now doing at least half of them in a regular way of doing it instead of
Wow.
modifying it to the bench. So that's been for me, that's very significant because
100%.
I could barely do it from the bench a year ago. So that's
Good for you.
weights. I've, moved way past the 5 pounds. I'm up to 15 in most things.
Okay.
I haven't done 20 yet, but I do 15 and I don't know what color the kettlebell is that I moved up to, maybe the fourth one up. So that's,
Okay.
I'm always looking at it in those kind
And
of
that's
terms.
inspiring because if you can see the photo here, you can see where it's our one, two. I mean, so you're right
Yeah.
in the middle there.
Yeah. I'm
That's
doing
amazing.
especially with things like RDLs and things like that. This is still, a challenge, but
It's a work in progress.
yeah, it's all a work in progress. But none of it is discouraging anymore. And I owe that to you guys because you never go in there feeling like, well, if I can't do it the way the instructor's doing it, then I can't do it at all.
Mm,
That feeling is long gone. I
yeah,
just trust myself to do what I know I can do. And then when I know I can do it, then that's when the push comes. Well,
sure.
then let me try doing 4 regular push-ups out of the 8. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
it's always a work in progress. So
Let's talk about this. We failed to mention this, and I think it's important to share because you have no excuses. I learned this about you during the Father's Day Throwdown after the workout that you have a surgery that you're planning
I
for
do.
later in the fall, which is knee replacement surgery. Correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. So
Yeah.
when I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, you have to be kidding me. And they're like, no, she's having surgery. And most people would have a tendency to put things off. And you're like, nope, I'm going to keep going. I know I have this surgery, but I'm still going to work out.
Oh, 100%. Because of all the reading I've done, it's like the stronger you go in, the easier it will be. And
Amen, sister.
I don't want to be down for 6 months. I want to come back quickly if I can. And
I
the
love
reason
that.
I'm doing it now is not just because it's time or pain, which is really, it all depends. But I don't want to be 80 and have to do it. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
time to do it now and get it over with. I don't want to
Yeah,
be older and wish that I had done it because
100%.
if you're still in Geneva when I'm 80, I'm still going to be there.
I saw that, and I think that is a very, very good goal to have. So, challenge accepted. We will most definitely be there. So,
I
we
hope so.
anticipate that you will as well. So, I really appreciate you being on today because this is a truly inspiring episode, and I'm hoping that
Thanks.
someone could get at least one takeaway from talking to you today.
Hope so.
Before I let you go, do you have anything else that you would like to share with the audience that's listening in today?
Just, trust yourself and just move into it, move forward, move in the right direction because I can't say it enough that if you had told me a year ago that I'm doing what I'm doing now, I would have said you're out of your you're out of your
And
because
look
I
at
am
you
not a
now.
gym rat. I'm not that person, but I suddenly am. And it's kind of fun. It's really
It's
fun. Yeah.
It's really inspiring. Thank you, Melissa, for being on today. We
Sure.
greatly appreciate it. Yes. And
Have a good
ladies,
one.
yes, thank you. Ladies, thank you for tuning in of another episode of Women Behind the Weights. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Women Behind the Weights podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights from today's episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more women like you. Don't forget to connect with us on social media for behind-the-scenes content and to join our growing community. Remember, we're all in this together, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Until next time, keep lifting those weights and your voices. You've got this.